I guess it felt like 4 movies to me because I had to wait for them to get in the red box and then watch them. And at one point, we thought we had already seen one of the movies, and then we rented it again, and like, I was like, wait, we've seen this. Um. Anyway,
Wow, this is almost a mirror match.
I enjoyed The Hobbit, but I couldn't stay awake in front.
Wow, this is
Awake
almost a mirror match.
in front of the movies.
Oh God, no.
I hate to say the Trainers
Oh,
Pokemon.
no.
Last movie I saw was Captain Underpants. Isn't that... Was that good? I think... Didn't that have Jennifer Garner in it? And... Who was the dad? Was it Steve Carell? Was Steve Carell the dad in that?
I never... I'm not savvy. I couldn't tell you. Unfortunately.
It was Jennifer Garner and someone else, and I can't think of who the dad was. It was very good. So I think you're referring to, it was very good. Boss Baby was very good. GG Blue's successful tourney no matter the last 2 games. I didn't read Lord of the Rings books yet.
I'm assuming that was...
I do have Lord of the Rings in the book, like a big, huge compilation book, but it's at my parents' house, and I haven't read it yet. And I haven't...
What's it doing at your parents' house?
Well, I bought it at,
Girl.
I bought it a long time ago, and I intended to read it, but I just never got around to it, and then I left to go to college, and it never came with me, if that makes sense.
Yeah. I feel that.
I remember reading the books in elementary school. Captain Underpants, I hope, is what you mean, because reading Lord of the Rings in elementary school seems like it would be pretty impressive. I couldn't watch that movie if I tried because it would just sound like Trump voicing a baby. I agree, Hobbit should have been 2 movies. The book I hope to see turning into a movie or multiple should be the Somalian by a Token. I'm not familiar with anything that he's written outside of The Hobbit and Lord of the Rings. But if it's in the same, like, if it's as good, then they should definitely make it into a movie. Just checked my review website. The last movie I saw was Blade Runner because I wanted to watch the next one coming out soon. I don't think we've seen Blade Runner.
Have not. Can confirm, have not seen.
Speaking of him, I also love the movie Crazy Stupid Love. Crazy Stupid Love. I think I've seen that. Let me look.
It sounds familiar.
If I saw the IMDb, where are you? Oh, Steve Carell, Crazy Stupid Love. I don't know that. Did we see that?
Weren't you guys just talking about Steve Carell?
Yeah, I was asking if he was in the, which I guess now I can just look if he was in the Captain Underpants movie.
Toads. Quite so. Quite so. Alright, we're locking in the Aquajet here. It's the play.
No, he was in... Well, Alexander the Terrible, Horrible, No Good, Very Bad Day. I thought that was... Anyway, we'll keep going. Token Universe is very confusing because there's a lot to it. Yes, he did build a lot into his, like, the worlds are huge. Which is why there's a map at the beginning of every single book, for the most part.
Makes sense.
Who cares about battling men or maiden for itself?
DJ Appleseed, you say some confusing things sometimes.
You do. I also read Lord of the Rings in elementary school. Well, you were an advanced reader.
Fact.
It's Sir Madden for itself. I read Lord of the Rings in 6th grade. That's somewhat impressive. I think the first books I ever read for pleasure at a young age was Harry Potter, and I don't think they were quite Lord of the Rings level. But I was also, as you can tell from me reading the chat, I was not a very good reader as a kid.
It's true. It's a little true. It's okay though.
If we were in the Pokemon games, I'd make him a hiker class. He looks like a mountain man. People have said that before.
I need a trim, you guys.
His beard...
My face is out of control.
Oh,
it's out of control!
There's a gnat flying around my face.
I'm sorry to hear that. I'm sorry that this has happened to you.
He found a hipster barber in town, and they do, There's a gnat flying around my face.
Random gnat. New emote. New emote. Random gnat.
Random gnat. Let's see.
Aizu's gonna protect.
Is the same universe he worked on his whole life got published unfinished by his son.
What happened?
The other, I don't know how to say that. Cimmerian.
Cimmerian?
It's that other Tolkien book.
Sure.
That is in the same universe.
I don't know anything about Tolkien, so. That's all you.
The Hobbit and Lord of the Rings is in the same universe.
Oh, okay. Sure. I believe that is true.
I've been in 3 Battle Spot Royals in a row now, and each time someone rage quits, so I can't record the videos.
Old School Sin, thank you for that. Host.
That is frustrating.
Appreciate you. I don't know why I was using the mouse. I'm like,
it's
why
so
am I
cool
not
he
picking the
wrote
mouse?
a book that has a language in it that people now actually learn.
Good talk. Good talk. Alright, we're gonna spore this guy. Because that's what needs to happen here.
Tolkien was a linguist before a writer.
That's why we spored.
Lord of the Rings universe was just a way to use the language he created since he was a kid. He was a genius. Yes, he did invent a lot.
Sound it out.
Excuse me.
You get so stumbled. It
says, yes, he did invent a lot 1 languages.
Thank you for that. Follow.
Senpai, notice me.
I'm
Old
pretty
school
sure it's
sin.
I'm pretty sure it's a typo or an autocorrect. Pretty sure it's of.
Well, I get a stumble when I think it should say one thing, but it literally says a different thing.
I get a stumble.
When setting up my Japanese 3DS, what I miss. We were talking about the movies we watched last night, which was Fistfight, and then that led us to talking about Ghostbusters, which led us to some sort of gender issue, which then led us to talking about other movies that people had watched, which led us to talking about Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit, which then led us to talking about J.R. Tolkien in general, and now we are talking to you. Was that a good synopsis?
Yeah, it's pretty close. Old School Sin, thank you for that follow. Thank you for that follow. Guys, we just racked up another win.
Why does his Amoongus have rage powder?
Mine? Because rage powder is
grassy moves equals bloom, doom, beautiful explosion of flowers. A lot of languages, sorry.
I do like bloom, doom.
Catcher, hi, hello, welcome to the stream. I guess old school Cinerade.
32 and 12.